Just last week, I started a brand new agency from scratch called RenoReach, and within 3 days, signed up my first client to this agency in the home improvements industry for $1,000 per month or £800, which 5 years ago I would have been over the moon about as a first client retainer. I don't know who I'm kidding. I was over the moon about this last week when I signed up that client for this new agency. It's been a fun journey getting back into the beginner trenches and getting myself away from seven-figure agency mentality for a short period of time. Now, for those of you that haven't watched the previous episodes in this series, go and watch them because I went through the complete A to Z of launching an agency from scratch. We didn't even have a company name and niche. We had no leads, so we had to do live cold calling, lead generation. We sent some emails out. We hosted meetings and signed up clients. You need to earn the privilege to watch this episode. There's too much juice for you to skip ahead right now. Let me show you what we have actually achieved so far. This is the plan that we created at the start. So we've laid all the foundations in episode 1. We chose a niche, we decided an offer, we built our website. Let me just show you that right now. So this is our RenoReach website. We generate quote-ready home improvement leads for you. Okay, we've got a bit of information and an order, kind of like a lead form on there as well. Get 10 quote-ready leads. That's one of the original offers we're gonna go for, or we have gone for. We then went through getting clients. So we went through lead generation, we built an outreach strategy, we did some cold calls and emails, had some sales meetings, signed up a client. We potentially still have one other client in the pipeline. I'm being put off to the wife, okay? So I need to speak to the wife type situation. We've pushed back as much as we can. I don't want to piss the guy off. Watch the previous episode, number 3, for you to see the latest update there, but I'll keep you guys updated on that front as soon as I have some new news. So today we're going to be moving on to delivering results. We're going to onboard the client. In fact, I've already done the onboarding call last night, but I'll show you the recording in a moment. We're going to develop an offer for the client. We're going to establish the ICP, the ideal customer profile. We're going to build a marketing plan, and we are going to launch ads. And then in a future episode, I'll be able to show you the results we generate from those ads. Okay, so what we're going to do is just highlight where we are now. And on that note, let me quickly run you through our onboarding process before I show you the call recording. Now, to make this series as beginner friendly as possible, what I haven't been doing is leveraging any of the assets that we've created in the Affluent Academy to make life easier for agency owners, like our onboarding system. This is a Notion page that we created that we use for all of our clients in our agency, affluent.co. as well, okay? And I'll run you through this so you can get an idea. We would typically have the client logo at the top, so they get their own dashboard. They don't need to log into any software to access this. We simply hit the share button. We can send them a link via WhatsApp or email. We've been communicating via WhatsApp with the client, and they can access this entire page without having to log into any software. So we'd put the client logo, we then change this here, this text here, to the client name, and we would add a little tagline. We would normally set a roadmap. So phase 1, for example, in this case, might be launch initial ads, and phase 2 might be scale campaigns, phase 3 might be increased spend. So you can be creative with this. With e-commerce brands, we're normally stacking services, so we're adding kind of email marketing, Google ads on phase 2 and phase 3. Now, if I zoom on this just so you can just see it a little bit clearer. If we go onto the onboarding page, what we now have is an onboarding survey. So we answer some questions about the business, and we get them to fill this in before our onboarding call. So we want to know the company name, the website URL. We have this information, but we want it to quick reference. We ask them in as much detail as possible, describe your ideal customer. So we want to know their age, their gender, their interests, their hobbies, income level, location, their pain points, and why people are buying their product or service. So this is really them describing what we call their ICP, their ideal customer profile. And this is going to allow us to know who we're going to be targeting on social media, okay, on whatever ads that we're running. Please list your main competitors. We're going to use this to gain inspiration on what the competitors are doing at the moment, and maybe some of the unique selling points that they're using. Why do your customers buy your product? What problem does it solve for them? Okay, so the specific pain point, a specific problem that the product or service solves. And why do your customers choose you over your competition? So we usually get some very interesting answers from here. This is going to give us the baseline of inspiration to go out there and create our initial offers and create our initial marketing plan. Now, I've already got this information right now because I got it last night on a call with the client. We didn't do it via Notion. I'll show you how we did it in a moment. We also have 2 step videos. So we have 2 Loom videos here. One is showing them how to give us access on Facebook Facebook or create an ad account and give us access. The next one is how to upload their existing email list or any media assets that they've got. Talking of media assets, if we go down to the next slide or the next page, we've got media assets. We've got 2 folders for ad creatives and then also for brand assets. So ad creatives is where they would upload any images and videos that they have access to that we can use for ads. Brand assets is their logos and so on, and if they want us to use any specific fonts. Then have paid advertising reports. So we would actually upload a copy of any report that we have gone through with the client. Okay, so any specific weekly reports, we would upload that video and keep it stored for the future. Any meeting notes from any meetings that we've had, so we've got a reference to look back on, so it's never he said, she said. We've got this all logged. We use a software called Fireflies typically to record this. Now, you don't need to do this when you're first signing out, but I just want to show you what is out there when you're a bit more established or if you've got the time to invest in actually building out a good tool. Useful info, so this will be like the target cost per lead, for example, the daily or monthly ad spend limits, or any other kind of metrics and targets that you're going for. And then finally, client contact details is obviously the contact details for the client. It's pretty self-explanatory. So this really paints a very professional image of your agency, and it means that you're going to stand out from your competitors from the get-go, okay? Especially if the person you're working with has never worked with an agency before. It's going to make you stand out quite a lot. But we, unfortunately, are not allowed to leverage that tool for this series. I wanted to keep this as simple as possible. And so what we've actually done instead is, all we do, let's just take it back to this, all we really need to do from onboarding is just make sure we have access to the client's ad account. If they don't already have one, we need to gain access to it. So on the call, I run through creating an ad account and giving me access. We have some complications, which you're going to see, but sometimes it just doesn't run smoothly. We can overcome it though. And then we created an onboarding form on Google Forms. You can go and create one, and we've added the exact same questions on here that were on our type form. Okay, so we added these on here, and then we went through this form on the call itself. In fact, instead of me now running through exactly what we did, I'll just show you what happened on that onboarding call. Now bear in mind, it was a 45-minute call. Believe me, you're not going to want to sit through and watch all of that. There's also a lot of confidential information on screen. So we'll show you the most relevant bits so you can get an idea of what went down. How's it going?
Yeah, good, thank you. You're right.
Yeah, not too bad. It's a bit hot this evening. I don't know if you, but I've got a fan on my face, so apologies if you can hear a dull blur in the background. Got 1 second, let me just sort something. Okay, cool. Wicked. As discussed, we just need to basically get you set up as far as your Facebook ad manager is concerned, so we can start running the ads. I sent you a form earlier, but I know you haven't had the chance to fill that in yet. I only sent it within a couple of hours of the call. So we'll set your Facebook ad manager up first, and then we'll move forward to just filling in the form together. It's just got a few questions about like your ideal customer and so on, which will give me more information when running your ads. Yeah, just make them a lot more effective and just make sure we're hitting the right people from the start. Okay, so if you go on partners on the left.
Yep.
Okay, and do partner to share assets with and hit add. That one, yeah, left. Cool.
Business ID.
I'm now going to send that to you on Zoom. 1 second.
Yeah.
And then tick your page there. So just like in the middle is that yeah, click that, and then scroll down to on that right hand side. No, okay, just tick everything at the bottom there. That's it. Okay, and then we've got one final thing to do. Okay, if you go on add accounts on the left hand side, click add, and then add an ad account.
Same number.
Sorry, no, close that. It was going to be create an ad account. I can't see the bottom of your screen there, but is there like create a new ad account?
No, this just says add. Oh, there you
go. Create new ad account. There you go. And just call that your business name. Yeah, my business. Okay, tick you on there. And then just do manage ad accounts. Yeah, assign. And then you can close that for now. You're going to have to do payment info afterwards. Just click exit. That's fine. We can sort that afterwards. Then hit partners, which is in the middle of your screen next to people. That's it. Yeah, that one there. I hit assign partner. And you're just going to... Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Business ID, and then just the same.
Yeah, business ID, but you do the same one. It should just automatically add it on. Yeah. Just whilst you're waiting for that code to come through. Can you just quickly run me through your ideal customer? What kind of age range we're looking at? In my mind, I had about 25 to 55. Would that be?
I mean, I've had customers well over 55. I would probably say my ideal customer is 40 plus.
Okay, fine.
One, because they have more money and they're just a bit more financially settled, and they're just more willing to spend money on their home. That's just from experience.
Okay. And in male and female, or predominantly?
Yeah, male and female. I mean, generally they're couples. Yeah, generally couples. I mean, yeah, from my previous customers, probably most of them have their children have grown up. So,
okay,
they're just
kind of like mid-level income. How far in the Norfolk area? Just like the entire Norfolk area, or do you go outside of Norfolk as well?
Yeah, just the entire Norfolk area, really.
Okay.
I don't want to travel too far. Fine.
And would you say there's any like specific pain points that your customers have? Like, what's like? Would you say like some of the main benefits of working with you guys rather than, let's say, one of your competitors? Being obviously I know you prioritize craftsmanship and like personal work, and you don't farm stuff out to outsource at all, do you? Everything's done in house.
Well, yeah, I mean it's in house. Like I have subcontractors, but they're like specialized, like electricians and plasterers and stuff like that.
Okay. Who would you say are your main competitors in the area? Like the ones that you keep an eye on personally, that you're like, they do a good job, and potentially even are a threat?
As in their business names?
Yeah, their business names, because I wanted us to have a look into them before we run ads, just to get some inspiration from what they're doing.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call them, I guess you call them threats, but they're also friends. But then you kind of take work off each other. So, but there's a company called 360 Degrees Home Improvements. I'll just go for my Instagram, people I follow basically. There's one called East Home Improvements.
Okay.
They're very good. One called JL. JL Bathrooms and Kitchens.
Okay. Cool.
Enough.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah, no, that's more than enough. Well, that's enough for me to go on, at least for now, because I'm going to do my own research after this call. But if I have any like initial ideas, for example, I'll just send them over to you and bounce back and forth. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Of course.
Okay. Next steps. I've got the form filled in. I'm going to strategize a little bit on an initial strategy, and then I'll create some like dummy ads, and I'll send them over to you on WhatsApp for your approval. If you want to change anything, you can. I've sent you a Google Drive link, which is where you can upload images to, but I'll send you that again so you can upload them on there. Realistically, we're looking at Monday now to get these ads launched, but I can send you them tomorrow so you can have a look at them, and then we'll go from there. Awesome. All right, then. Well, you have a wonderful evening. Apologies, it's taken longer than I anticipated. If you need anything, just message me on WhatsApp and I'll chat to you shortly.
Yeah, super. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Have a good one. Okay, so not the smoothest call in the world. We had issues with remembering Facebook passwords, getting access to emails, getting the right text code to get access to the account, etc. The important thing is I was patient along the way. I made jokes throughout and just made light of the situation. The worst thing that you can do is panic. and you just need to be patient to go through it. Many agencies will just send over the information and ask the client to give them access via instruction. I find it's always better to jump on an onboarding call, especially with local businesses, just in case there's any kind of tech issues like the evident ones that we experienced. So I'm glad that we did do it on a call because it saved any awkward conversations and then any negative points on the relationship. So that is onboarding done. Let's actually jump into using that information to, what we'll do is we will establish the ICP first before we develop the offer. Now, we've already got this information from the onboarding form. This is the information that we got throughout the call. We've established that in an ideal world, they would like to target men and female at the age 40 plus. Now, I actually believe, based on my experience, that it will be better for us to target 30 plus. I still think that they'll be surprised by how many people we can dredge up there. I imagine that they've got an average audience of 40 plus because they're word of mouth, and that's just what their average customer is at the moment. But I believe that we can get in customers from that demographic. So we're going to start off, I reckon, 30 plus. What I'm going to do is, if I just put this on the left, cool, and then we can have Notion on the right. I'm going to create an additional page like we did for the scripts within our Reno Reach, and we'll just call this Client 1. Okay, Client 1 marketing plan. Okay, so let's start off with ICP, which is Ideal Customer Profile. We're going to go for age 30 to 65 plus. All right. We want to keep the audience as broad as possible on Facebook. When we're doing targeting, we want to allow the algorithm to work its magic. The wider the audience, typically the more expensive the result that you're going to get. So we want to keep it as broad as we can. Gender is going to be male. So we'll just do all. Income, mid-tier. I think what's more important to note is homeowner in Norfolk. Okay, which is the local area. So it's pretty simple, really. 30 to 65 plus, gender all, homeowner in Norfolk. Really doesn't have to be a lot more complicated than that. Now, obviously, it goes without saying that these are people that are looking to have their home remodeled, so looking for home renovation, specifically kitchens and bathrooms. This is their predominant service. I think that's enough for us to go on. This is a very small ideal customer profile. If I was working with e-commerce brands, for example, we'd dive into this a lot more. We'd maybe dive into some of their habits and some of the other brands that they're shopping with and products that they're buying and what their routine looks like. But it's really not relevant here because it's a very broad service. It's all homeowners in this area who are looking for home renovations, kitchens and bathrooms, and they're between these ages. So that's really all we need to do when it comes to the ICP for this industry, but just be mindful that you can go a lot more granular with this depending on the industry. So let's leave that for now. We can always come back to this. Let's move on to developing the actual offer itself. Now, before we do that, they have listed some competitors, so I'm gonna have a little look at these competitors to see what they're doing at the moment, just to gain some inspiration over them and get an idea for what kind of audience they're targeting on their social media, if they're even doing well on social media, that is. As I've established, there really aren't many companies in the area that are doing a lot. And I think home improvements is one of those industries that hasn't yet really been revolutionized. Is that the right word? Digitalized. So this company, they've done some nice work. They're posting pictures. What's their website? Let's just have a look at that instead. It says temporary close on Google. I can't even find a website now. I don't know why that's chasing me down the screen. Okay, there's not really a lot to be found there then. So these are pretty small companies. He mentioned on the call that these were also friends, or maybe just friends in the industry. There's really not a lot to be seen here. Not the exact information I was after when I asked for competitors. I wanted to really find some guys that were doing, I mean, I'll never have a look at these guys if they're running ads, not running any ads currently. They look pretty small companies, which is fine. Like, it's not, I say small, like you can never judge these guys. These projects are gonna be still 15, 20K a pop in some cases. So even if they look like a small company, many of them, what I've found in having conversations with them, don't even have websites because they just simply don't need them. They're getting work in and they're making their 20, 30K a month in many cases in revenue, sure, and some of them are making even up to 80K a month as a one-man band with a few subcontractors. But they don't see that there is so much more scale to have by running ads. They don't know what is actually possible outside of word of mouth, which is why some of them are, well, many of them are just tech phobes, haven't got websites at all. Okay, well, there's really nothing to be gained from that. So, yeah, thanks for those, but no thanks. Okay, so we are going to be developing the offer. And these are going to be different offers. And what I mean by the offer here is this is going to be the offer for their ads. Okay, so how are we going to actually hook in the leads? Like we've got an offer, get 5 quote-ready leads or get 10 quote-ready leads. That's how we're enticing home improvement companies in to work with our agency RenoReach, but how are we going to entice companies in for this client, okay? How we people in for this client, leads in for this client, okay? So there are some generic offers. I'm going to use ChatGPT for this, but we've got some generic offers like a free consultation. You could do a discount of some sort, X amount off, which is like another form of obviously discount, but instead of this being percentage, this one's percentage, this is money. Let's just explore this on ChatGPT as well and see what ideas it comes up with. My gut tells me what we typically want to do is avoid having to do discount and money off type offers before we have tested out something very simple and free, like a free consultation. But we won't just name it a free consultation, we'll kind of jazz it up a little bit so it's a little bit more enticing, but we'll see what ChatGPT has to say as well. Normally I would sit here for an hour or two, well, not an hour or two, but a longer amount of time thinking about this, but I don't want to have to do that when we've got the use of AI now to help us out, especially as we're recording this series. So I've signed up a kitchen and bathroom renovations client for my SMMA. Can you help me come up with 10 offer ideas for their Facebook lead generation ads? Really good to know, good to see if it understands. Yeah, okay, I was wondering whether, here you go, free consultation discount in our first two. Free upgrade, what's this? Free premium finish, a free upgrade to a higher end material, extra feature, that's a nice idea. 3D design mock-up, I really like that. That's if the client has the ability to do that. Maybe we could teach them potentially, or maybe there's an AI software that can do it for them if they take phones. Maybe if they take their phone and take photos, maybe we can have a look into that. A financing offer, we're gonna get tire kickers if we do that, so maybe not. Package deal, seasonal promotion, complimentary maintenance, free accessory. I like a free consultation. I'm going to do that first before I test others. Can you give me 10 ways to butter up a free consultation so it doesn't sound so standard? Design dream session, renovation discovery call, home transformation consultation, dream space design chat. These are a little bit cringy. Innovative design brainstorm, expert design dream session, free design consultation. Give me 10 ways without being cringy, like these are just cringy. Zero cost style discovery, free designers touch consultation, like no, it bore off. Free design consultation is what I'm gonna go for first. Then we'll explore a discount if we need to. I don't think we'll need to though. And then we'll have a look at these others. We'll see what happens though. We'll prioritize them in this order. Actually, I'm gonna try and put this higher on top if I can speak to the client and get an idea if they can actually do this, because I think that'll be a really nice USP. Okay, free design consultation is what we're gonna go for first. You can also do this with your client, by the way, on the call you can do this. I've obviously done this for a long time, so it's kind of easy to know what offers will work and what offers won't typically. And again, like depending on the niche, you might need to spend a little bit more time going through this, but this is pretty simple. It's not a rocket science service here. So we're going to build out the marketing plan. And again, I've got a nice template for this in our program, the Affluent Academy, but I'm going to keep this nice and simple today. And what we are going to do, and this marketing plan is going to be uber simple. Like we kind of don't even need a marketing plan here. What I'm going to be doing is I want to hook people in on having a tired kitchen. If we're targeting people between 30 to 65 plus, like they're going to be living, lots of people live in old houses. An old kitchen and bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Does a kitchen and bathroom look old? Tired is a nice word. I was thinking about it earlier. So hook people on having a tired kitchen, okay? So we can actually maybe write a hook. In fact, let's just write a few hooks. Hooks are simply the first line in your ads. Is your kitchen or bathroom looking tired? Can you give me some hook ideas based on this? Is your kitchen or bathroom in need of a facelift? I like that. That's nice. Is your kitchen or bathroom showing its age? Is your kitchen or bathroom stuck in the past? I like that one. Is your kitchen or bathroom stuck in the past? I like this. This is nice. I still prefer looking tired more than the others. I think we're gonna go for this one first. Now, we're gonna be using the offer. We've already got the offer up top, is our free design consultation, and things to mention, Norfolk based. I think that's important. But in the Norfolk area is one of those areas where people really value when something is Norfolk, okay? It's like, oh, they're from Norfolk, I better buy it now. If it's from London or somewhere else, they're not interested in buying it. Things to mention, quality crafts. I think that's going to be quite important that we do that as well. We're not doing discount, but we'll do pricing, competitive pricing. What would you say are some important things to mention in the ad copy for this client? See if we've got any ideas. Experience expertise, kind of got that with quality craftsmanship, got that. Personalization, bespoke. See if we can use the word bespoke. Bespoke craftsmanship. Is that a term? Client satisfaction, comprehensive services, timely and clean. Timely. All right. Okay, I think these are like some pretty decent things. Now I want to talk about like the ad strategy. What we don't have time for in this series is for me to go and teach you like start to finish how to launch Facebook ads. That's not the premise of this series. The whole premise of this series is me to show you me actually going through this stuff in real time as I'm going through it. And I think it would be pretty unnatural and not very timely if I now went through a full Facebook ad tutorial. So I am going to show you me setting up these ads momentarily. But if you don't yet understand the Facebook ad platform, I've put plenty of videos out on YouTube that will teach you how to launch your first ad and so on and so forth, and how the hierarchy of the ad account works. So I'll put a link around here. You can go watch that in your own time. And I'll do the best I can to explain how it works for those of you that are complete beginners as we progress. The ad strategy that we're going to follow is, I mean, we've got £800 a month, which is, what is that on a daily? That is 26 a day. We'll just say 25 a day. So what I would really like to do, because I already know the audience I'm going to target, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to do 30 to 65 plus, all gender, Norwich plus X miles. Okay, so I'll have a look at the radius, homeowners. That's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to test free creatives, okay, because we got our content folder uploaded. Well, they uploaded content for us. So we actually have, we've got a bunch of images here. These are before and after images. They are limited on content, but I think this content's really good. We're going to create before and afters. So we've got this bathroom turned into this. It's great. This kitchen turned into this. It's okay. It's good work, but it's not as like kind of jaw-dropping, but still good. But this one turned into this, and then we have this one turned into this. This is my personal favorite. This is going to be the winning creative. Like, I'm almost certain that this is going to be the winning creative. But I just realized we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different things to test here. Do I test 4 creatives? Bugger it. I'll test 4 creatives on £5 a day. Let's do that. I'm going to edit them on Canva shortly. We'll do 4 creatives, 5 per day each. So we're going to be looking at micro data. That's what we're going to do. 4 creatives, 5 a day each. And then after 3 to 5 days, choose winners and eliminate losers. Okay? Which I will document the process of. I'm just kind of giving you an idea there of what we're actually going to do. I suppose that actually the most logical thing to do now is go ahead and create the creatives first before we go ahead and launch the actual ads and do all the rest of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over to Canva, which is online image editing tool. This is where we can go ahead and just create these. If I go to the search, and I had a little look at this earlier actually to see if we had any potential templates that we could use. There are a lot, to be sure. I want to use a square. Can't get my words out. It's been a long day. I want to use a square. I want to keep this simple. And I think I'm going to do like multiple tests. I think what I want to do is I want to do it like ultra simple to start off with. Like literally just before and after, like this one here. And then when we find the winning creative, I'm going to test it with something like that. So we know which is the winning project after we've got the initial test out of the way. And then I'm going to put some text like free design consultation. But for now, I think I just want to do an extremely simple before and after. That's what we're going to test out. Pretty happy with that. Before and after. That looks pretty impressive. Let's quickly smash out these other ones. I'm going to use the same theme, see which ones get the most views. You know, final one, I'm just not happy how this looks. So I'm going to keep this copy back. I don't think that looks good enough. Like, this image is too close up versus this one. This one's nice and far away, but this one's too close up. So I'm going to revert back to original plan, and I'm going to do free creatives. And if we do free creatives, then we can do £8 per day each, which is going to be £24 total. That works out. Might as well just do a £5 per day test, actually. £5 a day. We'll do £5 a day on each. And then we can always increase spend. The more we spend, the quicker the result is going to come in. That means the more the budget we're going to spend initially, but it's going to be quicker testing, and I want to get this testing as quickly as possible. I want to show you guys that we can get results as quickly as possible, and so yeah, between 5 and 8, it's not going to make a massive difference. Normally I recommend starting on £5 a day per ad, but we've got a relatively decent budget here. £800 is a really decent budget for a local company because they're making good money. So yeah, we'll start it off on this, and then we'll see how we get on like down the line. Cool. Okay, so what do we got? Just launch the ads. Sweet. In which case, let's get rid of this. And this is the Facebook Ad Manager for those of you that haven't seen it before. What we need to do is hit the big Create Ad button in the middle, and then we're going to be asked what campaign objective we want to go with. Now, we're going to be doing leads. Now, with a Facebook lead generation ad, or Facebook ads when we're trying to generate leads in general, we normally have the option of either going for Facebook lead forms or we go for a landing page. Now, when you're first starting working with a niche, I'd recommend doing a lead form to start off with before doing a landing page. If it doesn't work on lead forms, it's not going to work on a landing page. Typically, a landing page will get you higher quality leads, but it's going to cost you more money. So first of all, test it with a lead form and then go on to a landing page when you've got the service offering dialed in. Okay, so we're going to name this campaign. I'll zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. We're going to name this campaign lead form. I'll call this top of funnel, lead form, no special categories. We're not going to A/B test, we're going to do a manual test. A/B test is just where like you let Facebook do the testing, and we're not going to do advantage campaign, that's only going to be for winning ads. And then we'll call this top of funnel, lead form, Norfolk 30 to 65 plus owners. Let's do Norfolk homeowners. We're going to do instant forms, which is the Facebook lead form. I'll show you that in a minute. For now, we want to maximize the number of leads. Facebook page needs to be clients page. We're not going to put an ideal cost per result. That's manual bidding. We don't need to do that. Daily budget, we are going to set on this ad set to 8. So each individual ad set. So a way to understand this, campaigns is what we're trying to achieve. Ad sets is our individual targeting, okay? And ads is our individual creatives. You've got two options of testing creative. You can either create 4 ads or 3 ads in this case within one ad set, but then what's going to happen is Facebook is going to distribute the spend across those ads in whatever way it thinks fit. But what I want to do is I want to control that spend as much as possible. And so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 different ad sets with 1 ad in each. So I can make sure that Facebook only spends £8 per day per ad set and it spends evenly across them all. We're going to do audience-wise, we're going to change the location. We could do Norwich Plus, but if the client is saying that we can service the entire county, then we might as well service the entire county. We can always refine this if we're finding that the leads are coming from too far away. 30 to 65 plus. You can see you've got the kind of the estimated audience size here. If we started putting interests on, it's going to really take away our ability to hone in our audience size. It's going to cut into that. Reach people living in or recently in this location. We don't want that. How do we change that? We want people just living in this location. The other options have been removed, so you won't have to select the type of location targeting here. All location targeting will now reach people living in or recently in locations you select. The other options have been removed, so you won't have to select a type of location targeting here. Well, that's annoying. We usually can just target people who are living in this location. I do not know why Facebook has got rid of that. I wonder if there are any new ways then to target people based on homeowners. Okay, let's have a look at this. Some agencies will have put articles out there as lead magnets. Just get an idea. Local area targets. That's not very useful. What about if we did some detailed targeting and did homeowner? I don't trust that. Homeowner association. Let's get rid of reach people beyond your detailed targeting. We can hit browse and just see if anything. Financial, household income, no. We can only do that in the US. Life events, recently moved, fewer than 1,000 people. That's absolutely not worth doing. Just out of interest, have a look at what home renovations, how large. Nah, this is getting rid of so many people. All right. Well, that's all we can do. We can only target people of that kind of demographic. If they're 30 to 65 plus, they're probably going to be a homeowner as well, unless they're renting. So that's absolutely fine. We'll keep all languages because this is an English speaking area, so that's fine. Hit save. Advantage plus placements. This is going to put placements on kind of everywhere on Facebook. Normally what I used to say, do manual placements. So you want to select kind of, okay, I want to only run ads in certain areas, just like certain feeds and so on, just like the Facebook news feed. Now I generally recommend just letting Facebook target everywhere, and then you can look at the data and really kind of hone this in based on where you're getting the leads from afterwards. Okay, let's continue. If we hit next, I'm going to name this ad, so top of funnel, lead form, owners, B and A, before and after, 1. We're going to create an ad. It's going to be a single image or video, and then we are going to add some media. God, this stuff changes all the time. It's just constantly changing. We're going to add media, image. We're going to up. What I'm actually going to do is just delete those. What I don't like is the name of them. Delete, add image. How can I delete that? Count images. I don't like that it's called before and after skincare, because before and after photos are banned for things like skincare, beauty and fitness is just seen to be like unethical because people show fake results. I'm actually going to just hit publish on this and it should just, okay, it's got a draft. So we can come back to this. I'm just going to quickly go over to all tools. And then if we look at assets, media library, ad account media, select an ad account, select the right one. Okay, now we need to take these. I'm going to delete them. I have no clue why there is an Affluent Academy 2022 image there. Uploaded 14th of July. How have I accidentally done that? I'm going to go over into my images. I'm just going to rename those ones now. Okay, add media. It's done. Let's go back over to the ad account. Add media, add image. We're going to do Renault 1. That's not nice. One needs to look as good as they can look on feed. My guess is it's not going to use stories. Like it'll use stories like once or twice and it'll get rid of them. So we'll just hit next. It's going to give us a preview. Hit done. Now what we need to do is go down and we'll do the copy before we do the form. So based on our Notion page, hooks wise, we were going to go for, is your kitchen or bathroom looking tired? Okay, maybe let's do a house. So we're going to do hook, and then we want to do like curiosity statement or question. Let's fix that with a free design consultation. We can always revisit this. What other ideas have we got on here? Things to mention: Norfolk-based, bespoke craftsmanship, timely manner, competitive pricing. So we're going to have our USPs. We're a Norfolk-based team committed to quality craftsmanship and timely quality craftsmanship, no, bespoke craftsmanship and competitive pricing. We did have timely written down as well, but how are we going to do that? We're a Norfolk-based team committed to bespoke craftsmanship and competitive pricing in a timely manner. No, it's a bit just too much. Now we want call to action. So click the button, click below to apply for your consultation, to apply for your design today. Click below to apply today. We'll keep it simple. Is your kitchen or bathroom looking tired? Let's fix that with a free design consultation. We're a Norfolk-based team committed to bespoke craftsmanship and competitive pricing. Click below to apply today. Let's do a short headline. This is the text that comes up at the bottom. So let's do something. We want to make this always about like the offer itself. So if the offer statement is let's fix that with a free design consultation, free kitchen and bathroom design consultation. Claim your free design consultation. That works. Call to action. There's the button here. Learn more. Description. Let's do, I like this star. Description comes at the bottom. 5-star rated. This will normally come up underneath here. I don't know why it's not coming up as a preview. If we click advanced preview, it should actually give us more. There you go. See that 5-star rated? It's come up now. Just gives it a little bit of edge. So this is a pretty good creative and copy. Very happy with that. Now we need to create a form. So we hit create form. We're going to do more volume to start off with, okay? And we can always do higher intent down the line. So we add an extra step in. And we call this form free design consultation. We're going to add the intro. We can add a background image. In this case, I'll add the client's background image on their Facebook page. Okay, so headline, claim your free design consultation. Is your kitchen or bathroom in need of a facelift? Our expert team can help you design your dream space. Please tell us about your project. Now we get to ask what information we want. So email, full name, and what we would also want is their, let's see what else. Let's see what we can ask them. I want some custom questions. There you go, custom question. I would like a multiple choice. How long have you been thinking about a renovation? Less than 1 week, 1 to 4 weeks, 1 month plus. This is going to give us an idea of how serious they actually are. I'm actually only going to ask another question as well. And I'm going to make decisions, and they're going to enter their answer. They're going to put in, okay, I want my kitchen done, or I'm not happy with my bathroom, or whatever. It's going to give us an idea. So when we actually go an appointment set, we know that this person, we know exactly what they want. So we can call them up and say, hey, look, it's Jordan here calling from X. I noticed you filled in our form on Facebook because you've been looking to get your kitchen done for the last, because we've got that information at hand. Okay, so claim your free design consultation, enter your info, and our expert team will be in touch. How long have you been thinking about a renovation? I'm going to move them around. I'm going to put that on the first one. And then we've got email and full name, and also like phone number. So we've got full name, email, phone number. That's more than enough information. And then we do privacy. We kind of need as well as their location actually. Street address, zip code. Let's leave this off for now. What we want to try to avoid doing lead forms is we want to avoid asking too many questions that potentially, with every extra question, we potentially put off leads. We want to give people the opportunity to fill in the form without getting put off. The moment we put the postcode, for example, it could potentially put them off to the extent they're like, I just don't know if I want to give my postcode at this stage. you know? Whereas for the client, it'll be useful information because they're going to then know how far they're going to have to travel. But let's try it with the bare bones first. We've got our 2 qualification questions: tell us about your project, how long you've been thinking about renovation, and then we can always add postcode if we're getting loads of leads in. So we've got need to have a privacy policy, and this needs to be a link to the privacy policy on the website. Okay, so we're going to put that in. And then completion, thanks. Our team will be in touch within 24 hours to arrange your design consultation. View action, it's going to be view website, it's going to be call business, it's going to be download. Okay, I'm going to do call business and I'm going to put the business number. In fact, I'm not going to put their number because I don't have the permission yet. I'm going to put their website. And yeah, that'll do for now. But we could change this to the to call business if we want them to be able to call up. It might save time. I could also, when we start doing appointment setting as well, just change this to the appointment setting number, so it'll call through to getting the calls and we can appointment set them. In fact, I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to put it through to an appointment set number. Okay, then we hit publish. And our form has been created. Okay, perfect. So now we have our form created, we've got our ad ready to go. All we now need to do is hit the publish button. Amazing. I'm actually going to rename this ad set to creative 1. Now what I need to do is create the other 2 creatives. So if I take this ad set, I then duplicate it in the original campaign. I'm going to do that again, duplicate in the original campaign. I'm going to take this one and call this B&A2, hit publish on that, and then going to change this one to B&A2, go down to the media, edit the media, and change the media actually, get rid of that, add media, add image, Reno 2. So now if we close this and we get rid of what we've got on screen here, now we're testing out 3 different ad creatives on £8 a day each. These are processing right now. Now what I'm actually going to do is hit edit, and if I hit share and do share a link, I can get a live link that I can actually share with the client. Show you what this actually looks like so we can preview this on the feed. We can see what this ad actually looks like on the feed. I can share this with the client, which I'm going to do right now, send them a message on WhatsApp just to make sure that they're happy with the creatives and the design that we've gone for. If they want to change anything, we can obviously change it whilst the ad is in review. It can take up to 24 hours for an ad to come out of review. And apart from that, we are good to go, right? This is our first ad launched as part of this new, it's exciting. That was pretty easy. But I've done this a lot of time over. I hope this has been very useful for you guys, even if you don't have Facebook ad experience. We've got some really simple ads here, and that's the way they want to be with local lead gen, with a nice simple lead form as well, with a couple of qualification questions. All I need to do now is integrate the Facebook ad with Go High Level, which is the CRM system we're going to be using. I was just about to end this video, but realized I just need to do that integration quickly. So I'll show you very quickly how we do that. It is a very simple process. You don't need to use Go High Level. You can just download them straight from the Facebook platform. I'll show you how to do that when we start generating leads, because we need to generate some for me to show you where to download them from. But for now, let me just open up High Level. This is our white label version just closed. We've got the client account set up with the pipeline ready to go. All we need to do is hit settings, you go integrations, and we go connect your location's Facebook account. We then log in with the Facebook account, select the Facebook page, hit connect Facebook and Instagram. And now what we want to do is select the ad account that's connected. Just refresh the page to make sure that's all good. We're all connected. And then if we go back, we need to click on automation. We are going to, we've already got some flows set up as standard. These are some of the flows that I've got set up myself, but I'm just going to create a workflow. This is from a snapshot that I created in the Affluent Academy. So we already build this out for agency owners. So you don't have to go and do this all manually. You've got this all set up for you to make your life easier. But what we would do is there's probably already a recipe for this actually. Continue, start from scratch. I'm going to add a trigger. This is going to be Facebook lead form submitted. I'm going to save the trigger. And then we are going to create an opportunity. And then we're going to select the paid ads pipeline. It's going to be a new lead. The opportunity name is going to be the contact full name. Opportunity source is going to be Facebook. And in fact, we might actually even be able to do attribution. We'll just do Facebook, and we'll see if we can do some attribution there. Campaign ID, click ID, UTM source. We'll do that. We can add a UTM actually to track this, what creative is coming from. I'll show you how we do that in a second. Lead value, we'll leave it open, and save. We'll save that for now. We'll hit publish at the top. Now, basically what this means is when somebody fills in the Facebook form, it's going to create an opportunity and add them to the pipeline. I'm actually also going to get them to send an SMS, new lead, and I'm going to do the first name, and I'm going to do email, and we're going to do phone number. It's just a simple one for now. I'll play around with this, and I will show you what happens in the next episode with the proper flow that we'll be using, because I will create a more in-depth flow, but I want to round this up and just have this set up for now. The one thing I will show you though is I just set up a UTM. A UTM is just a tracking code, okay, and actually allows us to, if we add a campaign source, this is going to allow us, if we put ad ID, to track what leads are coming from what ads. And this is going to be quite important because some ads might be getting better conversions, better quality leads than others. They might be better optimized, and we want to know that. So I'm just quickly going through and adding that UTM source. Again, not essential. This is just the experienced marketer coming out in me. You don't need to do that, but now you've seen this, you might as well. Okay, cool guys, I'll run you through the rest on the next episode. It's going to be cool to see what results we get here. If we've got time, I'm going to leave you with some closing words from Nicholas, who's a member of our mastermind, who we've been coaching over the last 12 months, and he's recently scaled his agency to a pretty impressive figure, and I asked him on that call to give you guys his best advice on scaling an agency to 10K. So here we go.
So we're currently full contractors and full like part-time employees and full-time. On service delivery, we are, I think, 7, 8-ish plus myself. We have 2 on Facebook, 1 on Google, managing email. He has 2 people working under him, manages that, and then myself, and then my assistant, and a bunch of other contractors on like feed management for Google and stuff like that. I feel like yeah, we've come a long way. Now I just like we need like 4 or 5 more clients, maybe 2 members more on Google, and I feel like we have a really good solid base. But, like,
so your clients must be your clients. Is it like 12 clients, or are you on more than 12 clients? Because
we kicked one. There's like a really small 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I think we have 8 on international e-com, and then I have some legacy, but it's like an average of 4K, 4 or 5K, and then we have some that are big. Like we have 2 clients on almost 10K.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whilst I've got you, actually, man, this will be a good chance for an interlude in this series I'm recording right now. So we've been working together for a long time, but you hit 10K in January this year, didn't you? Or roughly around then, maybe before that. And then since then, you've scaled up to, where are you at the minute in the monthly?
Like about 40, 45-ish, something like that. Nice. Almost 50.
Awesome.
Depends on the month.
And that's pretty fucking cool in 6 months. So what would your advice be to people who are just starting, first of all, to get to that 10K point? And then I'd also love to know how that's changed from 10K to 40K, because 0 to 10 took a lot longer than 10 to 40. So
a lot longer. Yeah, for sure. I think 0 to 10 is basically also like what you always say is like just put the time in and do the outreach. 0 to 10 is all about outreach, I think. Cold calling, emails, like just make sure you get in front of the right people and then like learn the skills so that you can retain them. But then like 10 to 40, 50, it's all about like dedication, like actually put in the hours, and then leverage. Like don't think you could do it alone. Get people around you, and make sure they're good people. And if they're good people, give them the tools and the freedom to actually do the work. Because you can't get to 50K alone. You need people around you, and then just work like crazy. So yeah.
Your goal is what by the end of this year?
83.333.
Why 83K?
It's 83.33 times 12 is $1 million. Yeah.
Nice, cool, man. I know you're gonna smash that. I know.
Yeah, we 10x'd from last. It was small numbers, but 10x from last year to like the previous years to last year, and we'll probably do it again this year. And then I don't think I can do it again, because then we'd be at fucking crazy numbers. Yeah.
Love it, man.
So,
well,
yeah,
I'll see you in August at our mastermind. So
we've
amazing time.
Every time we went to a mastermind event, by the way, without fail. We've doubled every single time we went to an event.
Nice.
I'm not kidding. I have the numbers to prove it.
This is your hard work. I might have just pushed you in a corner a little bit, but this is your fucking hard work, man.
Yeah, it's good shit. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Yeah.
I'm like a proud fucking dad with you, Nicholas. It's fucking
nice.
It's fucking awesome. I'm just really looking forward to seeing like where you go from here. Like it's gonna be
Me too, man. Like
what do your friends make of it? Do you talk to them about it transparently? Like
Yeah, they don't give a shit, but they call me like the boss man or like the internet millionaire, like all that. Yeah,
I'm
I had a
low-key.
friend. I had a friend like because we were going to Barcelona and I had my assistant find some spots for us, like find the villas, like all that shit. And then I told one of my friends like, oh, okay, yes, an assistant now as well. Holy shit! Like people were just like cracking jokes about it, like super because like they all like regular jobs and stuff.
Oh
Like,
man, I low-key
just,
miss
like,
that. Like the because like now my friends are used to it and stuff. But like I'd be lying if I said I didn't lap that up in the early
it's
stages.
cool. Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
It's,
finally. It's like you finally get the recognition for
yeah.
everything that you've been telling like people that you're capable of forever. And it's like now look at me. Yeah, literally, it's just like the best feeling ever.
It's so good, and I like just like I'm getting like a real Mexico vibes here, not in terms of like the atmosphere of what we talk about, but like there's like moments of realization, like holy shit, this is real. Because like 2 years ago, I wouldn't be able to go to a fucking grocery store, dude. Like, well, 2.5, 3 years ago, like I had like fucking. I remember October 2019, I had like fucking 2 pounds on my account or some shit.
Wow, man.
Yeah, and we won like a massive. We were like gambling and shit. We won like a massive bet that got us through Christmas. Yeah, it was rough, man.
That's why you
Not
work so
going
fucking hard now.
That is why I was so hard.
We're launching these ads actually 11 days ago now, and every single ad that we launch is performing. We've got leads.